and teach well, and a sincere shalom to the 144,000 and one third that makes up the hopeful elect, the elect of the nation of Israel. Now, this is some. All right, give me a moment. I think I need to take off this ad blocker real quick. All right, so this is some developing news. Um, pandemic number 2 potentially in the works. Now I looked up this term, disease X, and the WHO has been using disease X as essentially an umbrella term for unknown viruses. So in the Congo, you got a lot of Jakes in the Congo, right? And in some impoverished village, neighborhood, whatever, they had supposedly an outbreak, and they say it's mostly killing children under the age of 5 that are severely malnourished. They're trying to play it off as if this isn't a big deal. But then again, who knows? Esau could just trying to stir the pot for something bigger, or this could be that something bigger, and it causes the pandemic 2.0. The investigation is also being hampered, so it's being somewhat delayed. Pieces to the puzzle aren't in place. That's what hamper is going into. By the fact that all of the most serious cases of disease X involve the patient suffering from severe malnutrition, which means they're not getting their fruits, their vegetables, their nuts, their grains, their meats, all right? And vitamin D. That's what malnourishment is. Making it harder to trace the illness exact source. So they're making it seem like it's not a big deal, but they're blowing it up. They sure is blowing it up on the internet though, right? But then they're saying that it's not that big of a deal. Now here they go comparing it to past diseases. Initial findings suggest the deaths might be related to a plethora of other diseases spreading in the southwest of the Congo, including acute pneumonia, influenza, C-19, measles, and malaria, the latter of which is common in the region. So this could be a setup for a mutation. They could say, oh, pneumonia fused with influenza or and bird flu and whatever else it fused together to make a super virus with a 50% mortality rate, is airborne, and now the whole world is thrown into apocalyptic frenzy. When you look at these apocalyptic movies where it's not super out there like robots and things like that, the majority of apocalyptic movies, if you haven't realized it yet, the majority of these apocalyptic movies is started by a virus. It's pretty much 70-80% is a virus, either zombie apocalypse, which is some type of virus, or it's a bird flu, H5N1, H5N2, whatever. It's something like you got Doomsday, one of my most favorite apocalyptic movies of all time. Doomsday. You had the Reaper virus. Then you had the bird flu in South Korea. And then you have, of course, all these zombie apocalypse films. So that's predictive programming, man. These devils is gonna do something. They're gonna have a pandemic. They already said it. You had Sleepy Joe say there's gonna be a second one. You had Bill Gates of Hell say there's gonna be a second one. He said, while smirking, that is gonna get people's attention this time. So these devils got something in store. They concocted in a laboratory. And don't forget, you got people that took the man. Them people that took that what. Now let's get this right here. Let's go to. Let's get. This is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences. All right, I'm gonna stop right there. So there's gonna be multiple diseases out here, putting people to death, taking them out, and you best believe what's that the STDs and STIs, man. You gonna have a lot of sexual assaults. Um, think times gonna get real rough. People not gonna be able to have condoms and all these other medications, vaccines, and all that. So you're gonna have a lot of STDs spreading, STIs. It's gonna get real nasty in Babylon the Great, because the Heavenly Father is gonna plague this place. It's gonna be That's why Jacob's trouble is gonna be way worse than these movies, man. These movies are just a little glimpse, a little taste of the evil the Heavenly Father is gonna bring to this world. It's gonna be on scales most people can't even imagine. It's gonna be death everywhere. Let's get that. You're gonna get People gonna get caught up. Let's go to Amos 5 and verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness, not light. And that's the elder Gabar said that's the only thing we're guilty of, is wanting the day of the Lord to come, man. Because it says, woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. Right? Because what end is it for you? Because you don't know if you're part of the elect. And even if you're a part of the elect, you can still get put to death. So you don't even know what's going to be, what's in store for you in Jacob's trouble. Of course, through faith, we believe we're going to make it through this. But guess what? Some of us are going to be put to death, and torturing, being beheaded for not taking the MOTB primarily. It's going to get real gruesome, real foul on the earth. Verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. So you may get into an altercation with somebody, and you win the altercation, right? You take their stuff, right? Some stereotypical apocalyptic scenario. And then as you're leaving, you get third party. You see that a lot. I watch and read anime and manga, and in a lot of those situations, I like the action, the fights. They'll fight one guy, and then the guy they fought, it was a tough fight, so they're all weak, and another guy pops up, and he picks off the other dude because he third partied him. So you're gonna have a lot of shit like that going down. You may take somebody's stuff. I'm not saying the brothers. I'm just saying just people in the world. They're gonna think that, oh yeah, I won this, I did this, and then you get met with that bear, man. It's gonna be animals too. It's literally gonna be animals. You got these, like in France, they let out the zoo animals, so you're gonna have lions out here. In Texas, Texas has extremely lenient exotic pets regulations. So people out here got zebras, lions, tigers. So them people, you best believe some of them uh, ass wipes is gonna let them animals free roam around, and they're gonna procreate. They're gonna have, the Heavenly Father could have it to where them animals um have births faster. Like a lion, I don't know how long it takes for a lion to give birth, and for the lion cubs to grow up, but the Heavenly Father could speed it up, man. Where a lion get pregnant, pop out a baby in a month, is fully grown in 2-3 months. Oh yeah, the Heavenly Father can make it work like that, just to fuck you up, fuck you 2/3 you heathens up more. Hey, of course we know you gonna make them newly created creatures. It's gonna get real filthy, man. It's gonna get real filthy out here. Let's get this right here. This is 2nd Ezra 7:43. But the day of doom, so doomsday, right? That's not a man-made concept, right? Of course, Jacob's the former of all things, but the day of doom, doomsday, all this, the films, artwork, these fictional stories, and all that. That's basically inspired by 2nd Ezra 7:43, and people don't even understand it because they just go with the flow, right? They just go with what they see, and not go to the original source, which is these scriptures. Let's reread it. 2nd Ezra 7:43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. So that lines up with what I believe the chapter before it, 2nd Ezra's the 6th chapter. Let's get that. 2nd Ezra 6th chapter and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the end of this world, Esau's world, is what? The day of doom, and the beginning of it that followeth is Jacob, which is what? Immortality. You see how these scriptures are perfectly aligned. And again, Esau loves putting these apocalyptic scenarios that start off with some type of a Lyris. I'll call it a Lyris for now. A Lyris. You got Cyborg, which is had AI in it, and society collapsed because of the Lyris. And then the Cyborg has the vaccine or the code or the information to make the vaccine or whatever. And you had the Marauders. You had the Marauders going around, man. They were torturing people, eating people. I mean, they was getting busy. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of the evil that the Heavenly Father is gonna bring upon this place. So yeah, you got this disease X. Let's see. This could be like a Canadian prepper. He says a nothing burger. This could be a nothing burger. Who knows? So yeah, that's it for this video. I want Ratazal was edifying. Shalom.